on, you guys? This is your one and only with Carbone Monoxide. And today, I don't know why they don't want to load up my character. Ignorance. Sure, ignorance. Okay. So I'll be my other character. And I'm back with another episode of Minecraft. So I had purchased this one called Bike Parkour. And I am going to show you guys all about, first of all, whoever made that. I don't know the team or the people or whatever the case may be, but they had some really interesting stuff like on there, just really interesting. It was really great, and the way they designed it, the way everything was going, it was just one thing after the next, man, and it was just non-stop. You know, it just was just greatness. And so when I first played it, I thought maybe, let's try it out, and I didn't think it was that bad, but when I played it, it was really good. So this is pretty much what's this. You have these assortment of bikes here: unicycle, mountain bike, BMX, downhill, and then there's a pro bike. And you start these little understandings here. You go to each stage, and then I guess you time yourself and see how fast you can get through, and just leave a comment or a like or whatever. So we're gonna start with this. Oh, I gotta select the bike. Oh, we're gonna go with BMX. Yeah, definitely BMX. And let's see, next. Cool. All right, so we got the BMX, and let's start with stage 1. And here we go. And so this is like the city that they created. That's a very nice job, by the way. That must have took hours to do this, days, months, however. So anyway, you just take your bike and pretty much get to the finish line. There are no enemies. It's like no laser fire or anything. It's just parkouring, see how fast you can get to a certain place. And pretty much took me a while to get through all the stages, but I'm just gonna do a smooth instant replay. Oh, this is the bike they left. Well, I kind of left when I hit a button by an accident. Rabbit tracks, I fell. Yeah, that's what happens when you buck the kick it. Okay. Oh, the pro bike. Cool. I didn't jump high enough. Great. Now I fall again. Alright, so let's just try to get to the finish line. Just kind of want to hit that, that button. Excellent. Shout out to E101. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're okay where you are, sir. This parkour. Very excellent. A very excellent sport, by the way. But nobody plays parkour. You just do it. So just getting across the finish line is the very challenge. And alright. Oh no! Oh. Ooh. Yeah, so just the challenge is getting your jumps on accuracy. And you have to be very accurate when you jump, because if you don't jump at a certain angle, it'll definitely mess you over. Oh man, yeah, there you go. So this is what you just make your way through the maze, and just to be careful not to get stuck somewhere. You definitely don't want to get stuck anywhere, because you'll start to lose health. And to the checkpoint. And let's get through these little phases and stages. And jump. Okay, and again. Alright. I wonder how many hours of like manpower it took Pause to create this kind of stuff. And we'll go with the Pro Bike this day. Okay, let's see. Bong. And this is the paint tool. You could paint the bikes a different color. So I selected that, and we're gonna go with stage 2. Okay. Stage 1, course 2. Alright, so let's begin. It was a dark and stormy night. Kidding. Got a little old Halloween coming on, Hallows Eve coming up this evening. And it's going to be a treacherous evening. I'm just gonna stay in the house and watch horror movies. I'm a little too old for that Halloween gimmick. I was a kid and teenager when things was great, but you know, I'm a little older, I'm a grown up. It's mainly for children, so. And if anybody's going out trick-or-treating, you know, I hope you have a safe and fun understanding. Oh, I fell. But yeah, this season I'm definitely gonna pick up on some new things. Hopefully the summer next year I can start to do my summer activities, because winter don't really have too many winter activities. Alright, let's give her a good old jump. Alright. I'm not really into the old wholesome Halloween thing, wearing masks and all that other jazz. It's just not for me. Can't do it, you know. Ah, mess. Okay, start over. But this winter, I hope it's an epic winter, because it needs to snow. Kinda miss my snow, man. I mean, even some people, I'm a summertime guy. I like the summer, but when the winter time is coming, I do like when the snow hits, because it lets me know that the seasons are, you know, aligned up with everything. In the early 2000s and the 90s and the 80s, snow everywhere. Now, these day and age, all the kids get their presents on Xmas Day, and, you know, going outside and can ride their new bike and scooter. And we couldn't do that when I was coming up. It's back in the day when we had CD players and Walkman. But nevertheless, I would love it for it to snow, because epic snowball wars, and you know, just because it's very calming. I like it because it's calm, and it also makes my eyes look gray in the winter for some mysterious reason. I don't know what else to say. It just makes my eyes gray. And that completes this version of that. Yeah. Okay. So we'll try up a different bike this time. We'll go with the downhill bike, and we will get started on stage 1, episode 3. Alright. So this one was a little tricky for me, because I kept missing a lot of jumps. But with the right precision, and if I'm focused while you're stroking, I could change how you walk. Pause. But I'm looking forward to so many new things with these video games, the Xbox and the new PlayStation 5. Hopefully I can get a little Grand Theft Auto 5 session, maybe something even super cool like a Street Fighter game or something, a fighter or a platform, maybe a little Skyrim, see if they have any of the Elder Scrolls. I just have to check out things. I haven't done too much research on things yet to see what games they have per se, so don't quote me on it. But I'm just hoping that they do release the Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls collection on PS5, because it would be a shame not to. It was such a good game, and I kind of like grew out of it, but that's my go-to when I don't have the internet. What? That was quick. Excellent. Gotta say, the video game industry has definitely changed. They actually want to tamper with a lot of them, our freedom of speech on there. They don't really want too much cussing and vulgar language, which is understandable. I wouldn't want anybody to be disrespectful while playing a game unless you're somebody like let's see, like I'm not gonna say any names because I'm not gonna. There's a lot of people who know of this gamer. He's really disrespectful. He goes by LTG. I don't like him. Um, it's just been like real much disrespect to him. Watching him get bodied by people. Even he got bodied by a 14-year-old or 15-year-old kid in Street Fighter, and that was just totally epic. They even actually made a beat out of his little demographic he threw down or whatever in his little. Oh man, I can't stand that guy. He gets on my everlasting nerves. I hate low tier God. He is like we the black delegation give him to everybody. We don't want him. I don't need him. He's so disrespectful, like, and he's salty, like. Every time somebody calls his bluff, and he's like, oh well, we're gonna get this round in or something, and he's just like with the disrespectful comments, and I'm not digging him. Like, the most part, for the most YouTuber that I do watch, uh my friend, his name is Kong Buster. Feel free to look him up on YouTube and watch. I like to watch Dashi games because he was like the very first ever who I ever watched coming on YouTube. My first ever. Alright, we completed that session. Okay, so that was stage 1, episode 4. So we're gonna start with stage 2, and we'll use the mountain bike, and we'll just do this section, and then I'll wrap it up. It won't be too long. Alright, so now we're at this stage 2. Oh man, look at this. This is like a diving board. And have a good day. Oh no, have a good day. Have a good day. Okay. Uh-oh. These are the ones right here. The ones that had me throw the controller across the room, because you gotta really time the jump. Oh no. Okay. Alright, there you go. Once it gets like into the yellow, when you're jumping with the bar below the health and your hunger meter, once that gets into the yellow, you're in good standing. And also, shout out to a friend, Nia Leah. Please subscribe to her too. She's another YouTuber that I watch. She's younger and, trying to get her platform off the ground. And please watch. She's got some very interesting content, and please enjoy. Hopefully, when I can get this new mic and GoPro cam and the podcast mic, I can start my podcast. I just don't have any I don't have a PC or any kind of laptop right now to do my recording, and I refuse to use my phone because I don't want that to end up turning into an intergender match. LOL. Oh crap. All right. So we gotta start, and let's, oh crap, okay, there you go. All right. And so hopefully they will. I always wanted to be a content creator, just creating content. Just was very confused because I need to work on my grammar and work on my speaking and how I put things and how I word things. Pause. And I need to start being more comical. And these days and stuff like that, I've just been in my funk, not trying to bother with people, but I've just been in my funk and trying to progress in life like everybody else and pay bills and survive and eat. And I just wanted to kind of be left alone a little bit for a time period because I had lost someone dearly to me, and it still hurts today. But I know that person is in a better place, and he just meant the world to me, and he was my brother, so I love him and I miss him very dearly. And I would loved for him to be introduced to the community that I'm in, and to see different people outside the world besides, you know. Oh yeah, 2021. Um, 2021 is gonna be a year. Oh no, not Sean Connery, not the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Lovely party, pity I wasn't invited. Alright, and I made that one. I did not know that Sean Connery passed. Oh man. Sean Connery. He was like, well, Roger Moore was the first James Bond, but Sean Connery was an exceptional James Bond. The Pierce Bronson guy, he was awesome. He was dope because he's the one I grew up off of because of 007. But all for the people who were born in that year, he lived a long time. Sean Connery, rest in peace to him, and may he live I hope he's in paradise, happy and doing good things. But I wonder what kind of movies are gonna come out. Oh no, I'm gonna take a dirt nap. But I wonder what kind of movies. They need to just make some new, like, hardcore horror, man. They got this soft stuff coming out, saw The Nun and stuff. It was alright. It was exceptional. It wasn't too bad. Just had a bunch of confusing parts, and I've seen a couple of new horrors, and definitely not into cable. Don't watch cable TV. Oh crap. I just pretty much like watch streaming videos and streaming channels because it's better that way. I don't want to spend too much time watching cable. Cable kind of poisons people's mind unless you like watching the Food Network or something of interest that you can elevate from. Because always remember, you're only as good as the tools that you have. You're only as good as the tools that you have. Yeah, so 2020 has just definitely been a year for people, and hopefully next year it won't be the Sarah Connor Chronicles, because I'm really not looking forward to Skynet knocking on my door asking me if I paid my cable bill. Not looking forward to that. Criminy. This is the one I always have daggone trouble with. I just gotta get my balance. Gotta summon my inner MXC, the most extreme elimination challenge, which was a very, very good show that came on Spike TV. It's called Kenshin's Castle, but in an American version, it's called the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, which was very great, and I loved it. It's very funny. It was articulate, and it had its moments. Let's see. A remake that I would like them to do would be like maybe American Gladiators, or I remember on Nickelodeon they had like Guts. Oh man, Guts, Legend of the Hidden Temple, all that. What was the one? It was called Pick. No, no, not Pick Your Brain. What was that called? It was with Summer Sanders. Um, it was a guessing game. You had to guess. Then they had different guests on there. You had to guess what their talent was, or figure it out. That's what it was called. Yeah, some great old school Nickelodeon, old school Cartoon Network, with Johnny Bravo, and Cow and Chicken, and the original gang, and Scooby Doo coming on after that with Tex Avery and the Looney Tune cartoons and the MGM cartoons. They were really great back in the day, man. But a lot of it was very violent, because seeing a cat and a mouse knock each other the hell out with slabs of dynamite and all kinds of stuff. And the dog knocking the hell out of Tom because he touched his son and stuff like that, or accidentally nudged him or hit him and stuff like that. And it was just too funny. Um, Old school Popeye, old school, just so many old school cartoons came on before these networks started taking over. And I must admit, around the time when the Dragon Ball Z was great, and Sailor Moon, and Thundercats, and old school Toonami. Oh man, that this was so much. Toonami like affected the world so greatly with Motar, and then they had Tom, and you know, old school Toonami was just really great, and I miss old school Toonami. I could watch that with Reboot. Oh man, that was one CGI cartoon I could watch every day because it was based on the translations of a computer mainframe, and it was just so wonderful. My favorite character forever and always will be Enzo Matrix because he is like the prodigy guardian. After Bob got lost into the net, he had to take on every like the responsibility as a guardian, and then he lost in that game of Mortal Kombat. It wasn't Mortal Kombat, but it's definitely Mortal Kombat like when I watched it. And when they when the cube lit up, because there's like a purple cube that says warning incoming game, and when that comes out, everyone's got to get there. If you lose the game, the mainframe crashes. So it was up to Bob the Guardian to make sure that the games were played and they beat the user. And when they beat the user, it was game over. Um, but that specific episode, when Enzo didn't make it, when he had met up with another sprite named Andrea, who he just so made his woman, Dot was devastated. Dot is Enzo Matrix's sister, and kind of just like went berserk when they lost, and they lost a lot. The principal's office got taken over, and it was just such a tragedy. But it was such a good CGI cartoon, and I enjoyed it, and it made sense. It wasn't like it was not just goofy, but it made sense. I tried to figure out what hexadecimal was, and at first, when I was a child, she scared the living shit out of me because, a woman with that kind of mask, that it creeped me out a little bit. As I got older, I was like, oh, Hexy is kind of sexy. Like, you know, Hexy is definitely sexy. And, I just found those type of women, like evil women who could take over the world or had power and stuff. They were kind of sexy. I just thought that. That's just me though. But anyway, back to the old school. Back before there was any kind of anything, there was just two joysticks, or Your friend can come over, play. There was no online feature. I couldn't call you on your cell phone and be like, hey, get online. There was a landline, there was AOL, there was the chat rooms. There was just so much in the 90s. Like, it was just so much that to be explored and loved. Like, it was so much. And a lot of us in the 90s and early 2000s, we took advantage of that. And they'll never there be another 90s like that ever. That will like forever go down in history as the best 90s you could possibly ever think of. So, oh man, RIP the 90s, RIP the early 2000s, man. That was just like a phenomenon. Like, so many great things happened, but also so many tragedies happened in the early 90s and stuff like that. Yep, but this was the bike parkour, and this is Carbon Monoxide, and feel free to like, subscribe, let me know, leave a comment under below, let me know if you want an episode 2, and I'll definitely join in. So I'll holler at you guys later, and take it easy.